Hey, what's going on, family? It's your brother, King J. Morrison, back for episode 87 of our 90 days of Ask Jay. And so I'm happy to be back and blessed to be back for another episode. I want to hop right into our motivational message of the day, but I just want to greet everyone. Thank you guys for following the platform for consistently for this time. I'm sure these videos will go down in history one day. Not really, but it's still good to be able to do something consistently and just to be able to use platforms such as this to be able to kind of congregate and keep a consistent message going. So, and thinking about my motivational message of the day, I was kind of inspired to talk about consequences. Especially consequences when it comes to heat of the moment actions, right? So some of us have different temperaments and different tempers. My temper used to be really, really bad. And then somewhere in my mid 20s, I was able to contain it. Mid to late 20s, right? I was able to contain it. It took me a minute. But I just want to say how I was able to contain my temper was really just bringing out the rational side of me and just saying that you could be very angry, very disturbed, frustrated, whatever, and you can act out on that frustration or that anger, but then sometimes there's big consequences that come with that. And I was talking to Chris today. You know, Chris Darden is my right-hand man, my right-hand king, my protege, and, you know, he's very hardworking, very loyal, and so he is with me often. And I was telling him about someone I grew up with who, had something to prove, and he ended up shooting someone, or at least allegedly shooting someone. He got found guilty of it. And then he went to prison for 25 years of life. And this is back at least nearly 15 years ago, right? So about when he was 20 years old, 21, 22, maybe, something like that. And I was just saying how one decision can cost you so much. One decision can cost you a lot. One hot-headed decision. And, I just want to just give you guys that motivation as you go on. And it's not you can go out and shoot someone, but it could be a decision of how you deal with your child, or it could be how you deal with a parent, how you deal with a friend, how you deal with a coworker, how you deal with whomever. And it's just really important for us to be in control. Or if we're going to make a rash or harsh or an aggressive decision, totally be okay with the consequences. Because sometimes you got to pop off. Sometimes it may require some aggression. But be aware of those consequences and be able to deal with and accept the consequences that come with your actions. That's one thing that's about me, is that, I've learned through my life experiences that I don't do anything that I'm not willing to stand up and man up and deal with. And, that's just something I just want to pass to you all. It's however you move, whatever you say, however you act, be able to own it. And so that's just very important. That comes with maturity. So there are consequences for our actions. It could be, you could be doing the right thing. It could be a civil protest, civil disobedience. It could be whatever. You may get locked up for it. But be willing to deal with that, right? So be willing to stand up for whatever the consequences are, whether you're right or wrong on either side. There still could be a reaction for that. So with all that, just a little game for us, a little motivation of the day. Something to think about. And I want to hop into our 5 questions of the day sent by J. Morrison Real Estate Partners' own Brandon J. Wigley out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's doing an excellent job running our company as our VP. And for all those who, watch the YouTube videos, you see all the information that we give. Those of you who have been in an academy or maybe haven't been in an academy, you're not into online learning, I don't know, whatever your situation is, or you don't want mentorship calls or whatever, but you do see the value in our expertise, you can get consulting and one-on-one coaching at jmrepartners.com. Or if you want to sell a house fast, or if you want to get on our buyers list, or you're a wholesaler who wants a joint venture with us, you can go to jmrepartners.com and reach out to the team, and they will certainly get back to you. So So our first question comes from Twitter at Jamal Strickland. Oh, no, Jamal. What's up, Ken? Asks, at Mr. J Morrison, hashtag Ask J, do you believe Detroit can make a comeback even when public schools are decreasing and violence is still a problem? I believe that any city can make a comeback or turnaround, but there needs to be a realistic plan in place, like for Detroit. And it seems that, like most inner cities, all the attention goes to their downtown. Detroit now has like a nice casino and a nice downtown. I've been there recently. But they're not still focusing on the hardest hit areas and focusing on the poverty, on the violence, on the drug addiction. And a lot of those things circle around poverty and education and are not really solving that problem. And so until there's some comprehensive solutions brought to the table for the poverty issue in Detroit and those who are most underserved, and educating people to a standard in which they can really compete, you're likely to have the same kind of cycle going on. But there's some good kings and queens out there I know on the ground, who I know are really, men for a better society, I believe it's called. My guys Ken out there, we're really working hard to work within grassroots to build their community, but it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of work. So, but I mean, comeback is always possible. It's just going to be, I have the right plan now. Not going to happen by itself. From Facebook, Rachel Fisher asks, do you plan on doing corner classes in different cities? So yeah, as you guys know, I'll be leaving in the morning, going to Baltimore for our corner classes. This is the first, and I'm sure I will do more, where I'll be actually bringing my real estate knowledge and expertise, my teaching, instruction, training on real estate credit, wealth building in general, to the corner of 850 Harlem Ave in Baltimore, on the corner of Harlem Ave and Dolphin Street in West Baltimore, which is arguably the hardest hit part of the city. And so we're going to be teaching and just giving game there, because I realize we got to bring the information to the people sometimes. If our people aren't willing or don't understand or don't know to go downtown or to seminars or lectures or feel uncomfortable in those environments, we know our people need this information. So I'm going to bring it to them on the block, on the corner. And it's going to be pretty exciting. So I'm excited about it. I bought a brand new whiteboard just for the occasion. And so, yeah, but I do plan on doing it in more cities. I actually want to go to Atlanta next. I'm thinking about a few other, maybe Miami or somewhere in Florida. Definitely want to go where it's warm. Not necessarily thrilled about doing corner, even though I know, I want to do one in Chicago, but I just don't see doing a corner class out in the cold in Chicago right now. But in some other cities, but but I am open to do the corner classes. I will. I know I'll do them in other places. It's been on my heart for 2 years. I've been wanting to do this, so I'm just taking action on some inspirations that I've had. From Facebook, Ronald Anderson asked, other than the real estate, what type of business would you like to start? Well, I've owned several businesses, and I own a few now still, or I am part owner or investor or whatever in different enterprises. I can't say that there's anything that I really, outside of doing just more development, outside of doing our nonprofit work and community work with YMC, outside of picking my uniform collection back up, and outside of expanding the J. Morrison Academy, I'm cool, and I am working with a couple of restaurants and lounges that I made. I told you guys about La Rouge Lounge in Newark that I'm getting into partnership with, and I have a spot in New York that I'm working on. And, I'm open to doing other business, but as far as my day-to-day and my actual energy and effort and, not spreading myself too thin, I'm pretty content on building and really building out and growing what I have now. I love for the Jay Morrison Academy to be, if not bigger, the next, Lincoln Tech, University of Phoenix, even its own university, like an HSBCU. Like, it can be as big as I want it to be and as I push it to be. So I do, I'm working on the brick and mortar Jay Morrison Academy school, and I would love to scale them around the country. And, so I want to do something really big with the school, because like Marcus Garvey, who also owns schools, I feel like us being in charge of our own education is really, really important. But it's not going to happen because we want it to happen. We want it to happen. Someone actually institutes and the curriculums and put it all together and finance it all, and all that kind of stuff to make it all work. And so I really like that, and I like the community redevelopment portion also within our real estate business. So with that, I'm kind of cool, and I'm also an author, right? I do want to do some more stuff on TV potentially as well too. So within those, I'm busy enough for real. And so from IG, but thanks for the question, Ronald. From IG, Torrance or Tehran? No, that's Torrance Vans. Either it's Torrance Vans or Torrance. No, Torrance Vans, or it has to be something like that, or Torrance. Yeah, something like that. Torrance Vans. Do you have any open internships? We are always taking internships. They recycle. I'm not sure if it's still in the academy. If you go to jmorrisonacademy.com, where you can apply, but you guys can always email info@jmorrisonacademy.com, your resumes and what you're strong at. But we're always looking for graphic designers, for marketing managers, for copywriters, for just interns in general. Maybe it's email correspondence or communications or PR or event planning, and those things. So we're social media management, digital advertising. So we're always we're looking for interns, always. We got a lot of work to do around here. Excuse me. And then from Facebook, Mo Lane asked Jay, why do you think so many people overlook real estate or don't take advantage of it? Hashtag Ask Jay again. That's a good question. I think that real estate seems so big for so many people that they shy away from it. And as I put in an email blast today, for those of you not on my email list, it's very, very easy. Just go to jmorrison.net or jmorrisonacademy.com, either of my sites, and just put your name and email in. You get a free webinar or a free wealth DNA kit, but you'll also be a part of my email list. And I put out a great email today just talking about, what grade did you get in high school in real estate, in your real estate course? And you got none. Of course you got none, because they don't teach it. And I think that's the reason why people don't actually get into real estate. They get into so many other things, because real estate is never introduced to us formally. You don't learn it. Majority of Americans don't learn it at home. And majority of African Americans definitely don't learn it within their home. You don't learn it in high school or elementary or grammar school. And you don't learn about it standardly in college. So where do you learn about real estate? And so why would you really? It's just like a myth. It's like a floating thing out there about home ownership, real estate investing, commercial real estate. It's like, it should be common. It should be common core. It should be common knowledge. We all need rules over our heads. So why won't we teach the basic necessity? The same way we need health and gym and PE, and we need to understand math and grammar. We need to understand how to put a roof over your head, right? That works. And that's why I think it's really just under taken advantage of, is because enough people just aren't comfortable with it. They just don't know the basic knowledge about it. And that's why I'm really excited about my new book, Lord of My Land, 5 Steps to Home Ownership. It's a very thorough book. very easy read, but very thorough book explaining how to purchase your first home, second home, third home, fourth home, whatever. How to purchase real estate the right way, who you need, what you need to do. And I think that's just missing. It's just, it should be commonly taught, should be common knowledge, honestly. Same way getting a driver's license, like getting not a real estate license, but understanding how to own should be basic. So that's why. And so episode 87 comes to an end. Our 5 questions are done. I got 88, 89, 90, and it's a wrap for us. It's definitely been a good journey. I'm looking forward to the corner classes tomorrow. And make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and share the video. I thank you guys again for riding with me on this platform. What else? I don't know. I got little to say. I'm just trying to get better. I got a busy day. I think it's going to be a lot of energy given out on the corner of 850 Harlem Ave at 1 p.m. in Baltimore, Maryland. For those of you who are not in the J. Morrison Academy yet, remember we have credit mastery course on personal and business credit. We also have a residential real estate course breaking down all the ins and outs of real estate, and it's really, really good. A lot of information. As all these classes come with bi-weekly mentorship calls, and you get to become a part of our JMA student community. And we have our commercial real estate course, our stocks and finance course, which is awesome as well. Really understand stocks and finance, broken down really simply. Taught by Tavon Jackson. The credit mastery course taught by Will Roundtree. He's your instructor. And then we have our 2 business courses that are coming out this spring. So that's it for tonight. Love y'all. Look forward to what we got to do tomorrow and this weekend, January 19th in King of Prussia, Philadelphia. Go to theroievent.com, and we're having a Building Black Wealth webinar on the 19th. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'm out. Peace. Ding, ding.